Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, everybody. A month ago, I did a playthrough of Kero Blaster on the channel, and we're going to do Zangyou mode on stream. This is the hard mode, and it's a completely different campaign, actually, with a new story and new levels. So we're going to do this on stream. Hope we're having a good afternoon. Let me lower the volume a little bit on the mix board. Yeah, I love Kero Blaster. I love Cave Story, by extension, Ika-chan. Shoutouts Pixel. Shoutouts Daisuke Amaya. But we're going to do Zangyou mode, which is a noticeable bump in difficulty compared to the main mode. And again, you can check that out on the channel. I did a video. And yeah, we're gonna hop right into this. What's happening, Honker Live and Reloaded? Welcome to the stream. Yes, this was made by Pixel. And let me turn this up a little bit on my end, actually. It's very quiet. Go ahead and bump that up. There we go. So yeah, let's do this. I was gonna do a let's play of this, but I figure we'll stream it. Let the cutscenes ride out. Completely different story, remix levels. It's hard as nails, but I love it. And then after you beat Zangyou mode, you get Omake mode, which is pretty much New Game Plus. I don't think it's as difficult as Zangyou mode is. It's like the baseline normal difficulty campaign, but you keep all of your weapons and all of your upgrades. So the plot of Zangyou mode is that they're being attacked by WinRAR. I feel like Pixel worked his fair share of Japanese salaryman jobs, because the overtime plot in Kero Blaster probably strikes a vein with Japanese players, at least. Can't catch a break. Working that overtime. Also, we're blue now. And then in Omake mode, he's yellow. And he's got, like, red eyes. Work producing machine. Oh, hell no. We gotta put an end to that. Hey, Azura. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a nice day so far. Welcome. Let me check the mix board one more time. Actually, just tell me if the game's too loud or quiet. I can turn it up or down. And I started blasting. Yeah, it's not just artificially more difficult. The levels are totally remixed. We got new enemy placement, new color palette for the levels as well. Like, everything looks different. You really get a lot of mileage out of this game between Zangyou mode and Omake mode. There's a lot of reason to replay Kero Blaster. And it's just a really good game. If you haven't seen my edited Let's Play that I did last month, go ahead and check that out right now. No, actually, watch the stream and then go watch that if you get the free time. But I love this game. I might even like it more than Cave Story. They're two very different games, even though they're both run and gun action adventure games, and they both have a 8-bit aesthetic, and they're both made by Pixel. Kero Blaster is more immediate. It's more of a NES style game, whereas Cave Story is more of an adventure game. Some people call Cave Story a Metroidvania. I don't think it's a Metroidvania. There's not a ton of backtracking at all in Cave Story, but it's certainly more of a Metroidvania than Kero Blaster, which is just a no-frills platformer. But I think we're going to one-take Jake this. I think we're going to play the whole thing in one session. And considering how difficult Zangyou mode gets, we could be in for a long one. Pixel is just such a good game designer. He's able to craft difficult gaming experiences without it being totally testicular. Think like the Bloodstained Sanctuary and Cave Story. Hard as nails, but it's totally doable once you master it, once you learn it. Can I make that jump? Yes, just barely. Don't have the jetpack, not yet. And then if people want to see it, I'll do Omake mode in the future. Not today, because this would be like a 15-hour stream if I did Zangyou mode and Omake mode in one sitting. But yeah, let me know how everything sounds, if I need to turn the game up or down and whatnot. Hopefully it looks good and all that. I hope we're having a good afternoon. Got an early start to the stream, so we're definitely gonna one-take Jake this. This is not my first time playing Zangyou mode. I played it with Azura. So I've done this mode before, and the final boss is crazy hard. But I think if I can grind up the coinage and max out all of my weapons and stuff, we can probably do this. During my Let's Play of regular Kero Blaster, I erroneously said that you only get 2 hearts in Zangyou mode, which is not the case. You can upgrade your hearts. The 1-up is so crazy expensive that almost feels like an error. Like it should not be that expensive, like that was an oversight. But we're gonna go ahead and get that heart boost going. You could probably do a 2-heart run as a self-imposed challenge, but I'm not that twisted. In spite of what y'all may think. I know we did Lost Levels the other night, but I'm not that sick and twisted to do a 2-heart run of Zangyou mode. I also, in addition to doing Omake mode in the future, potentially, I want to check out Star Frog, which was the beta of Kero Blaster that got leaked a couple years back. Which I've never played that. I've never played the like first build of this that never saw the light of day until a couple years back when it got leaked. I think there was an iOS, like Apple data breach, and that's how we got Star Frog. So I guess if I booted it up in like BlueStacks, we could do it. We could play it. Might do that at some point. But we'll put that and Omake mode on the back burner. The game seems a small bit quiet. I can turn it up a bit. The soundtrack is bumping, so we want to be able to hear that. That should be good. Hopefully I didn't crank it up too much, but I want y'all to hear this music. Daisuke Amaya did all this by himself. The game design, the sprite work, the soundtrack, everything. Dude is crazy. I don't know if he has any plans to make any more games, but I would love to see like a third game in the Cave Story Kero Blaster saga. These games aren't related at all, but I almost want to view them as a duology and maybe even potentially a trilogy if we ever get another Pixel game. But last I heard, he's a father with a wife and a child, so he's probably busy. But Cave Story and Kero Blaster are 2 of my favorite games ever made. I think Cave Story in particular is one of the most important video games ever made. Basically showing that even back in 2004, if you have a passion for something, you can make something beautiful all by yourself. Dude made it in college, like, come on. Yeah, we're taking some damage, but once we get the laser, we'll be sitting pretty. I think I'm gonna go for upgrading my health first, and then we'll go for the weapon upgrades. I see that glimmering down there. There's a thing down there. Oh, a 1-up. Sweet. Yeah, if you're like a twisted psychopath, you could probably do a 2-heart run of this, but that ain't me. I'm a skill issue Andy. And I'm probably just gonna make it through Zangyou mode by the skin of my teeth, but we ball. Imagine your dad is Pixel and you don't know it, but you come across this one day. That would be so sweet. Like, yo, my dad made Cave Story? What? Oh no, WinRAR. I want that heart though. Give me that. How was your Final Fantasy VII grinding, Azura? How did that go last night? If you've never played Cave Story or Kero Blaster, the best thing that I can say about these games, the best way to describe them, is that it's 8 and 16-bit sort of design sensibilities, but without the bullshit. It feels very modern and refined, and it's not as jank as something you would see on the NES. Still just as difficult, like crazy hard, but it's much more refined and telegraphed than anything you would see. I say that as if the NES and the Super Nintendo haven't aged well. They absolutely have. There are great games for both platforms, but there are a lot of tropes of video games of the 8 and 16-bit era that were just like artificial difficulty to make a game's runtime pad out longer. So that way, you know, you would rent it from Blockbuster over and over again. I think that was mostly a North American thing though, because in Japan, video game rentals were banned to my understanding. Probably should have shot up. The no death run has come to an end. Stopped after Sector 7. I need to replay Final Fantasy VII. It's been a long time. Just run right into him. This is the first boss of the game and he's whooping my ass already. And since this is a stream, I can't edit out all of my failures. I have to live with them. Live on stream. Just right on top of me. Might play the remake after, but you also wanted to play through Final Fantasy IX? I never played much of Final Fantasy IX. I know it's a cult classic. People really like it. I should do that someday. I rocked with Final Fantasy VIII. I really liked Squall. I really like the soap opera sort of tone and vibe of Final Fantasy VIII. I should give Final Fantasy IX a spin one of these days. Hey Mumi, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Looking like a frog hit you! Okay, we gotta upgrade our pea shooter, I think, because it's just not cutting the mustard here. I was gonna go all in with upgrading health early on, but oh my goodness gracious sakes. Yeah, I'd be down, Azura. That would be fun. My thing is, where I am in life right now, I just don't have the time for, like, big RPGs. I can't commit to them. Unless it's Earthbound. You know, if it's the Mother games, which aren't that long. Earthbound's like anywhere between 30 to 50 hours, depending on what all you do. Yeah, we gotta upgrade the gun. That range just is not doing it for me. Strap in, because this playthrough is going to be rough. Zangyou mode is tough. 2 Fs. Spare change. I gotta get my coin up. Gotta get the cream. 2 for 5s, baby. Get a heart, immediately lose it. Zangyou mode, don't play. There's a couple good spots to grind for coins, but they're in later levels. Early on, you're really strapped for cash. One coin. 1 egg. I learned about Manzai birds recently. Apparently Rhythm Heaven Fever had a mode that we just didn't get in America because they didn't localize it. Because it was based off a Japanese form of comedy called Manzai, and they were like, Americans won't get this, which is fair. I still feel like they could have somehow localized it, but yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that. And then it's the laser after, right? 500 coins. Okay, we'll circle back to that. But we got the repeater now, so it's a little bit better. Once we get the laser, we'll be chilling. But this is good. Now I don't have to get as up close and personal. This game was originally in development for iOS, like iPhones and iPod Touch, and I could not imagine playing this with a touch screen. Even though you mainly just go left and right and you jump and shoot, the sort of precision that this game requires from you would not translate to a touch screen, I don't think. I ended up getting it on the PS4, and I think it eventually came to Switch and like Xbox One. And at one point, it was supposed to come out for the 3DS. I don't know if it did. I know there were plans to put it on 3DS, but I think that got scrapped. But I could not imagine playing this on a touchpad. Yeah, that would be significantly more difficult. I don't need that. Time for the rematch. Oh yeah, this is way better. Got him. Get bungled. Get Mr. Bungled. By the skin of our teeth, with one heart. Get out of here, WinRAR. I'm not gonna pay for that. The most generous demo ever. I don't know why, this feels like it would be the plot to an episode of Regular Show. Like, these salesmen show up to the park and they sell them a work machine, and Benson buys the work machine so that way Mordecai and Rigby are, you know, they're productive and they're doing work, and then it just gets out of hand. And then by the end of it, they all have to team up to destroy the work machine. I definitely think that this could have been an episode of Regular Show. Oh, hell no, they're sending me to Louisiana. Love this song. This game's soundtrack is so good. Not one miss. Like, all of the songs on this game's soundtrack are just so nice. It's crazy that Daisuke Amaya did the music, too. He did everything. Like, imagine being that talented, that you make your game and you do literally everything. I just love the way his music sounds. It's very jazzy, but with square waves and chiptunes. Like, this could be a Herbie Hancock song. But 8-bit and whatnot. I do prefer the nighttime aesthetic from the normal mode for this level. But it's nice that they switch up the color palette. It makes the levels feel even newer. Which they are. The layouts and everything are new compared to normal mode. But like, something as simple as changing the colors is enough to make a level feel new. Piranha plant. I see that secret back there. You can't hide that from me. Oh, he's too fast! Maybe I should switch to the fan. It doesn't go as far, but it does have a wider area of effect, a bigger hitbox. Do I risk it? Hold up. That could have been bad. The Cave Story Death Spikes, which I'm pretty sure are from Keith Courage on the TurboGrafx 16. There's a little dude that's gonna jump out and chase me, I just know it. He's gonna jump out of the mud. That's the little guy that I was referring to. Look at him. I'm just gonna leave him be. He's not hurting anybody. Let's go ahead and buy another heart container if I can. Nice. Just enough. The forbidden swamp hot dogs. You don't want to eat those. They look like hot dogs, but I'd imagine they don't taste like them. I feel pretty confident in that. Corn dogs of danger. Oh, I didn't even, I didn't see those spikes. They blended in with the grass. These guys are just straight chilling though. Oh my gosh. It's birdemic out here, holy moly. They're relentless. There's gonna be one more, I know it. No? Okay. That's like a Kirby enemy. Sorry, little bro. I didn't want to kill you, but you were running towards me. I had to do something. Damn! Too quick. I can't wait till I have enough money to get the laser. I want that coin, but I want my health more. Which is usually... That's like the inverse of my usual mentality. Like, I want the coin more than my health. I care about my wealth more than my health. It was a trap! The little dudes want the smoke. I really feel like this guy is straight out of Kid Icarus. Like, this is a Kid Icarus ass monster right here. Oh my goodness! Big boy's coming. Got the bubble. Another thing that this game and Cave Story have in common is just solid weapon design. I definitely like some weapons more than the others. Like, I don't use the flamethrower a ton in this game. I think the laser and the bubble are my go-to. I see that trap. But I don't think there's a bad weapon in this game or Cave Story. I want to do a run of Cave Story where I actually get the snake. The snake is probably the most underused weapon in Cave Story just because it's not a great choice to go for the snake instead of getting, like, trading the Polar Star for the machine gun at the beginning or trading the Polar Star for the spur, like upgrading it into the spur. I think the snake could have been a cool weapon if you could combine any two weapons to get it instead of the Polar Star and the fireball. Because it's a cool weapon, but it's just not ideal compared to the other weapons that you can get by trading the Polar Star. When I put chemicals in my indie classic to turn into gay story. They're putting chemicals in the Cave Story! Yeah, if the spur was attained by trading any two weapons, I think it would, like, that would be a cool... I would do that. I'd trade, like, the blade and the... probably the bubble. But you have to trade it to get the spur. You have to get or the snake rather, not the spur, the snake. To get the snake, you have to trade the Polar Star and I think the fireball. See, this game is actually a metaphor for the Japanese economic crisis of the 90s. OXOX, that's you, Azura! Alex Jones? Yeah, Alex Jones and InfoWars still exist, unfortunately, but he is funny when you take him and you make a YouTube poop out of him. Look, this is your level, Azura, the OXOX Hotel, that's you, wow! This is probably my favorite song in the game. Again, I have the bubble now. Another thing I like more about Kero Blaster than Cave Story is the upgrade system. I like permanently upgrading my weapons by buying them. I think the leveling up system in Cave Story is neat, but you level down too quickly. You get hit once in the later game and you immediately drop a level, which is, you know, part of the challenge, it's part of the fun, but I wish you had a little bit more leeway in Cave Story, because you take 1 or 2 hits and you lose a level with your gun. It's cool in concept, but I wish you were given a little more, you know, I don't know, maybe that's just a skill issue. Spider. I knew it was gonna fall down on me. Money. Kero Blaster has a bit of a Wario Land thing going for it with collecting the treasure. I can always dig that. You could design entire video games around just collecting a bunch of stuff, and that's how the Collectathon was born. There's something specifically about getting money and gold and gems, like in the Wario games or Kero Blaster here, that's just intrinsically satisfying. Seem more designed. Well, Kero Blaster is more like Mega Man, where you just go from level to level, whereas Cave Story is this big adventure game. Which again, people call it a Metroidvania. I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think there's enough backtracking in Cave Story, but it is a cohesive world, like it's a big adventure game. Whereas Kero Blaster it's like Mega Man or Gunstar Heroes. You just go from level to level. Bro's just throwing money at me. Oh! Now he's throwing the book at me. I think both games are well worth playing. Definitely play Cave Story and Kero Blaster. This game goes on sale all the time. In December of last year, around Christmas time, I bought like 7 copies of this for my friends because it was on sale for like $2. And then Cave Story you can play for free. You can still play the original freeware Aeon Genesis version. The best way to play Cave Story is probably Dokutsu RS, which is like reverse engineered decompilation sort of thing. And it has all of the fancy effects and stuff you can disable or enable that were present in the Switch version of Cave Story Plus. But that's probably the best way to play. Yo, it's the sidestepper from Mario Brothers. That's the best way to play Cave Story. I also got to shout out the Genesis port, which I streamed, I think back in December, yeah. Which is a great version of the game. I love the FM synth soundtrack. It's great. It's significantly easier though. There's a lot less enemies on screen at any given time, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But if you want like the truest no frills Cave Story experience, probably play Dokutsu RS. I love both games. I do think I like Kero Blaster just a bit more. I've definitely replayed both games a ton. But this game offers a real bang for your buck. The normal mode is great, and then you get Zangyou mode here, the hard mode, which is just brand new levels. And then Omake mode, which is New Game Plus. So there's a ton of replayability here. And I factor that pretty heavily in my, like what I want out of a game, you know? I love short games that are replayable. Yes, give me shorter games that offer a bunch of content that I can replay. Yeah, we got Monty Mole in the building. He's got the Metar hat from Mega Man. I'm just gonna ignore his little cronies. The tumbleweeds are more of an object, honestly. Cute little Zelda hearts. It's great. Daisuke Amaya's pixel art is just so good. They don't call him Pixel for no reason. Speaking of Zelda, I'm thinking about checking out the PC port of Zelda 2 sometime soon. I've never played it. I'm a Zelda 2 fan, right? I'm a green thumb. That's what green thumb means, right? Or does that mean I'm a newbie? Does green thumb mean you're an expert? I think it means you're an expert at something. I know Zelda 2 pretty well, is what I'm saying. But I've never played Link is Adventuresome, which is what most people call the Hoverbat PC port of Zelda 2. I know it adds a bunch of new stuff. Do I upgrade the bubble, or do I go for... Do I just save up for the laser? I think I'm gonna save up for the laser. Gotta get that coinage up. Man, I love indie games. I love... People say 8-bit and 16-bit is played out, and maybe that's not erroneous. Maybe that's true to an extent. Like, for a long time, the entire indie scene was 8-bit and 16-bit, and I am glad that we're finally getting some 5th generation low-poly indie games, and like even 6th generation PS2 type games. But man, games like Kero Blaster are just like a reminder of why I love video games. Indie games will always be holding it down. No matter what's going on in the AAA, whatever AAA slop is coming out, like, it don't matter, because I've got indie games, I've got ROM hacks and fan games. I know it's easy to be all doom and gloom and pessimistic about stuff inside and outside of the gaming industry. Like, you know, I get it, but there's good stuff still. It's not all bad. Sometimes it feels like it's all bad. Oops, nightmare world that we're in, but there's cool shit. Ow! Link's Awakening decomp? Thing that scares you. Widescreen. Oh yeah, I've played a little bit of that. I was gonna stream it, and then I decided to stream just vanilla Link's Awakening because I was worried Nintendo would strike me with a Panther Strike MX missile. But it's good. Some would say it's the definitive version of Link's Awakening. I'm still partial to the Switch remake, even though it ran like shit on Switch 1 hardware. But also, original Link's Awakening is still good as well. The one problem that genuinely kills the original Game Boy release of Link's Awakening is constantly having to pause and unpause to manage your inventory, because you only have 2 buttons on the Game Boy. I think for what it is, for an uncompromised Zelda game on original Game Boy hardware, it's pretty incredible. But having to constantly pause and unpause the game is a little bunk. But Link's Awakening is great, if not a bit cryptic. You would think that a Game Boy, like a tiny Game Boy Zelda game like Link's Awakening, wouldn't be cryptic, but there are a lot of moments in that game where you're just like, where do I go? But I guess that's most Zelda games. Most Zelda games are like, okay, I need a walkthrough now. This has now become walkthrough game. Shout out Majora's Mask. I love you, Majora, but you are a walkthrough ass game right there. That is a walkthrough ass video game. But honestly, you could levy those criticisms to most games in the Zelda series. Yeah, Link's Awakening, when I had it on Game Boy. Like, it was one of maybe 2 or 3 original Game Boy games I actually had physically growing up, and I don't think I ever made it past the first dungeon. Give me the loot! We're gonna have that laser upgrade in no time. There's a hole in the floor. Plenty of secrets. There's a train going by my house. I don't know if you can hear it on stream. I live right next to a set of train tracks, and it used to go by like every day, but then they closed the paper mill near where I live, so it doesn't go by as often. This guy is friggin' tough. I didn't even see that enemy. What the hell? Alright, I gotta get out of the water. Dude's finna go Super Saiyajin. Super Saiyajin! Yeah, I love it when the train passes by. It's really, like... I don't know if this is weird to say. It's very American. Even though trains are not an American construct, I don't think. There's something very contemporary about trains. Maybe it's just because I associate them with, like, Mother 1. I don't know why. Or, like, Stand By Me when they're walking on the train tracks. I don't know if that makes any sense. But maybe it does. I don't know. I'm trying to fight a giant pufferfish. Jesse, you're the blowfish. I see you this time. Okay, I didn't see that guy. Yeah, I'm kind of playing like shit right now. I thought I could, like, just cheese it right there at the end. Dude, once I get the laser beam, it's so over for these fools. Another thing that I like about this game is you can strafe. If you hold the shoot button down and you run back and forth, you strafe. I don't think you can do that in Cave Story. Maybe in, like, Dokutsu RS and, like, one of the many, many ports of Cave Story you can do that, but... Got him. Oh, that was close. Hold up, before I grab that, I'm gonna get this heart. Now we got the jetpack. The playthrough of Kero Blaster I did last month was made unnecessarily difficult because I was like, oh, I gotta do it with 2 hearts. I was under this misapprehension that Zangyou mode, you only have 2 hearts, which is not the case at all.
Hey gamers, this is good design right here because it teaches you to use the jetpack before you exit the level in a safe environment. That's good game design right there.
Now we got our jacket. I think we're finna get our cool Leon Kennedy jacket. Alright, jetpack. And our cool Leon Kennedy jacket. Sorry, I just had a brain aneurysm there. Leon Kennedy doesn't have a jetpack. But he has a cool jacket. Little soot spirit. Go get him. Little dude. Come on, this is absolutely the plot to an episode of Regular Show. There's a local horror program on. They're gonna watch Evil Dead 2.
Overtime!
We don't get the cool jacket. That's the next level. I swear those laser beam enemies, like these guys, that's straight out of Revenge of Shinobi. Or Shinobi 3, one or the other. It looks just like that too. Like there's a little enemy that shoots laser beams at you. Oh, little dude, you almost got me killed. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to send it. We're almost getting there. We almost have enough to get the laser beam. And then the laser Uzi is like 800 coins, but just having the laser beam alone is going to be a big help. Oh, right, I have to go all the way around. Starting to get that big money, though. And we go up here. Secret. These little crystal, like, bubble looking things. I think this is a reference to Gemini Man's stage in Mega Man 3. I could be connecting dots that aren't there to begin with, but I feel like Pixel is kind of an old head. I don't know, maybe it's not a reference, but it could be. Uh-oh. Okay, this jump coming up here is pretty twisted. Nah, not that twisted. That was fine. Oh my goodness! Flattened. I don't think this is an OSHA-approved work environment. Fighting the microwave. Microsoft bimbos? Bogo's Binted? You know what time it is. Let's go. I probably should upgrade the bubble to get the balloon, because that'll come in handy. But we'll circle back to that. I got the cool weapon now. Hold up, let me get that coin. Boom. Can just vaporize enemies with the laser. Hmm. Kind of blasting through these levels. Why? I just played this with you, so the levels are still pretty fresh in my mind, thankfully. That final boss is gonna be tough. Like, that fight is a gauntlet. Oh! This weapon is more effective if you upgrade it to the balloon. But I'm glad that I went for the laser, because this will make the rest of this level and the next level a little bit easier. Oh! Thought I could schmoove over those lasers. See, if I didn't have the laser, this would maybe be scary. Uh-oh. Oh no, it ate my jump. I landed on the tire and I was gonna jump again and it just ate it. Steamrolled. I didn't even see that one. Let's see if I can... It eats your jump, dude. You land on the tire and you think you're gonna jump off of it, but it just... Your input gets obliterated. Got a life back, though. That's good. Dude! Okay. I gotta figure out a good way to do this. Overcomplicating it. There we go. I really hope that Kero is getting paid overtime for this, because this is, like, way beyond his pay grade. So there's a little dude operating it. I didn't even notice that. Oh! Almost got steamrolled. Arr. Got the flamethrower. Straight out of John Carpenter's The Thing. Let's go. Probably my least used weapon, but it's still cool. I don't really use the fan until it's fully upgraded into the shuriken. But the shuriken is great. Really scary. Look at him sitting with his little cup of coffee. PBS. Public Broadcasting Service, brought to you in part by viewers like you. Yeah, I think these characters are from manga that Pixel made when he was like in college, but he like reused them here in Kero Blaster. Now we got the Leon Kennedy jacket. This item will absorb 1 attack, plus it's warm and quite dapper. I get the cool jacket and then I immediately lose it. That's just how it goes in this game. It's like the Hammer Brothers suit in Mario 3. Like, I get it, and then immediately I lose it. See? See what I mean? Now I'm gonna get hypothermia, bruh. I got bodied by a refrigerator. I really should be using the flamethrower for this level, but I like my laser beam. That DPS though. That DPS. I love refrigerators. Not this one though. These refrigerators are assholes. Oh my god, I'm just slipping and sliding like an ice level in stupid Mario Brothers. Help me. Yes. Thank you. I thought he was shivering, but that's just because I was on top of the little guy down there. There's gonna be an enemy hiding in the snow. I just know it. I snow it. Ah, bungled. Why did I do that? I folded over nothing. He wasn't even in the process of attacking me and I panicked. There we go. Some good health RNG. I think I said this exact thing in the Kero Blaster Let's Play that I did, but this level reminds me of the freezer level from WoW! Ooh. Do I risk it? Do I go for it? This level reminds me of the freezer level from Wario Land 4. Mini boss. The big soot spirit. Freaking Toho level all of a sudden. Yeah, get vaporized, buddy. No, now all of the Tony's frozen pizzas are gonna melt. Okay. I'm gonna take this back, thank you. Do we upgrade a weapon? Do we go for the laser Uzi? That might be a cavalier way to spend my money. I should probably be upgrading my other stuff, but... Laser Uzi though? Diggersby though? Well, this is like the strongest weapon in the game, I'm pretty sure, so maybe it's worth it. Of course it's worth it, what am I saying? Just shreds through enemy health. We'll make our money back, don't worry. Oh, my jacket! Consarn it. Gotta be careful with these wind physics. Ow! Just go, just go, just go, just go, just go, just go! Whoa! This party's getting crazy! Bro, we're in the middle of a blizzard. This is nuts. I just sniped that soot spirit. Okay, I guess I'm not going up there. Whatever's up there, I'm not seeing it. I can't tell what is and what isn't a platform here. Thanks, Zura. I think we got this. I might die 100 million times, but we got this. Oh, that's twisted. I should have known. I should have known. Okay. Whoa! It almost looks like you can make that. Nah, maybe not. Love this backdrop. Kind of reminds me of the outer wall from Cave Story. Uh-oh! Oh! I didn't fall into a pit. All right. This boss that's coming up is pretty tough. The section with the night sky is your favorite. It's really sweet. It's nice. This fight isn't nice, though. This guy's a dillweed, bruh. Pardon my language. It's got evil dark matter flying around. Takes up like a fourth of the screen real estate. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hello? Don't crush me! No! Don't crush me! That was close. Oh man, we were so close. He had like a little sliver of health. Well, I get my cool jacket. Run it back. Yeah, not this time. Not today, Satan. I'm telling you, dude, it shreds through their health. No! I think that was the longest I've ever had the jacket for. That is... Man, that is tricky. Like, run DMC. I think I gotta put this guy here, man. Do I upgrade my other stuff? I probably should. I probably should. We'll upgrade the bubble into the balloon. What's the next heart boost at 900? Okay. I'm gonna save my cash. Save that money. We make investments. Except I already have my favorite gun in the game, so that's, you know, that's been taken care of. We got that squared away. Back to this tomfoolery right here. We're in the midst of the great blizzard of 2009, bruh. Yeah, this part is just the go fuck yourself part. Wow, I'm really beefing it here. If you upgrade the flamethrower, you get like a little force field. That might help. But I'm saving that money. Maybe I should be strafing backwards for this part. Shooting what's behind me might be more important than up. Damn. Didn't even make it to the boss that time. The flying computers seem unnecessary in a blizzard. A little bit. That's e-waste right there. I'm getting attacked by like 2004 iMac Apple computers. The game said, nah, I'm gonna hit him with a Dell Optiplex. Little Eclair fella, he does look like an Eclair. Just the little guy, he's just chilling. The silver lining to dying a bunch and getting a bunch of game overs is that I can get my money up. Got it! Well, that'll come in handy during the blizzard part. I'm gonna try shooting backwards and strafing during that. Oh, thank goodness there's water down there. gonna wait for them to pass me by. Like the far side. Well, the problem is I can't really see what's ahead of me too well. Seems to be a hole in my strategy. That's fine. We take that, we take that, we take that. I wonder what is up there, because that's really tough to get... to make that jump and get up there. Okay. We got 6 lives. Let's do it. Off to a good start. No, I'm getting sloppy because I have lives and I'm like, oh, I don't have to play as good. Damn. I'm gonna get crushed. Get me out of here, Denny! We found the computer room.
Find the computer room!
Oh, but now we gotta go to the nasty shit water level. Yo, go get him! Kill him! Little runt, little soot spirit. My ass is in the train station. I have PTSD from this level. This is like a level you would see in freaking Booger Man for the Sega Genesis. Sent to the Shadow Realm. No, they sent us to the Poop Deli. Can I get about a half a pound of bacon, egg, and cheese, and I don't know, put a little poop on the top? Can I get a quarter scoop poop? Salt, pepper, ketchup? Somebody call the Mario Brothers. Who ordered the poo-poo platter? I got killed by the hyper-realistic blood. Mario Brothers Plumbing! You clog them, we clear them! I can't do a Captain Lou impression. It's always like Bob Hoskins or Walker Boone. Captain Lou had a raspiness to his voice that I can't replicate. Something's coming up the plumbing, poor Luigi's in a bind. Give me that life. Why you gotta put these spikes here, man? Looks like there might be a secret up there, but I guess not. Talk about a shitty situation. Good run, pack it up, boys. No, don't crush me! Oh my... Okay, I need to get to the left side of the screen as soon as possible. Oh! The evil Flan robot. What even is this thing? Nightmare pudding. Yeah, that's a good way to describe this fight. Well, it's a good thing I have the health bar shredder. Okay. What do we want to buy? Another heart. I'm just gonna save up for health. I don't think I'm gonna use the other weapons. I'm just gonna stick with the laser Uzi. Maybe by the end of the game, I will grind for coins if I get stuck on the final boss and I'll upgrade all my weapons. But I'm good with the laser Uzi. I want to keep my coins so I can buy, like, max out my hearts. Also, this is another great part of the game. Like, you get out of the poop deli, and you get this peaceful ass little song right here. Oscar the Grouch wants to throw hands.
Wow.
Gotcha. Thought you could get away with it. These are very Bean-esque enemies. They have the design sensibilities of Bean.
Great garbanzo beans!
You like them? I like them too. Kidney beans. Yeah, they're in the shape of a kidney bean for sure. That was a quick lick. Sweet. Bro is passed out. Alright, I'm just gonna walk right by him. Get on a train. The upgraded bubble would have been nice. Like the fully upgraded bubble. Because this fight is... it's pretty tough. Most of the boss fights, if not all of them, in Zangyou mode are pretty damn tough. that freaking bird that I hate. He's the one piloting this thing. This stop sign, whatever this thing is. It's not a stop sign, clearly, but whatever this guy is supposed to be. The bird is... He's the mastermind behind all of it. Shoutouts to the little pinguinos. Oh man. Gotta get better about timing my jump here. He's entering sicko mode. This is some Gunstar Hero shit. The health shredder. That's all I need. All you need is the laser Uzi. Just obliterates their health bar. No, we gotta put a stop to WinRAR, dude. Here we go, the final level. It's a long one though, so strap in. This beach is a remnant of when this game was still Starfrog, aka Kero Blaster. In that trailer, you can see a beach level, and I'm pretty sure this is like a holdover from that, or I guess just re-implemented. Because you don't see this beach level in the normal mode or Omake mode either, I don't think. Aesthetically, this is my favorite level in the game. I love beaches, I love the summertime. Life's a beach. I don't have the picture of Thick Luigi on my person, but if I did, I would put that in the corner of the stream. There's definitely something up there. Gotta get up there, though. Can I get up? No, there's definitely something up there. I remember there being something up there. I don't remember how to get up there, though. Little bro has to put his moon shoes on. Yes! Big money. Uh-oh. I didn't see that as a pit every time. Every time. I'm like, oh, that's the floor. My mind playing tricks on me by Ghetto Boys. This year, Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys will trick-or-treating. Help me. Come on, Penguinos, let's go! Some about these seagulls crack me up. Seagulls are just funny birds. Some birds, like crows and ravens, are incredibly intelligent creatures, and then you have seagulls, and it's just like, oh, is there even anything going on upstairs? Like, got seagulls, got mahi-mahi, this is crazy. Love me a good beach level, though, I tell you what. If this level weren't such a gauntlet, it would maybe be my favorite in the game. It's still a contender for my favorite level in the game. There's a video of a seagull doing a tippy-tappy dance for food, and it's adorable. That rocks. We'll save up for the final heart boost. Like, I probably should upgrade my other weapons, but I think we're good. I think we're fine with the Uzi.
Spider.
This enemy kind of reminds me of the Dragon Boss fight in Zelda 2. It's very serpent-like, and he comes out from the bottom of the screen. Now, this part of the level, this is definitely some shinobi type shit. This looks like the first level in Shinobi 3. And Shinobi Art of Vengeance, the first level, is very similar to this, or vice versa. I had an English teacher in middle school say that it's actually pronounced vice versa, and they were serious about it too. I don't know where they heard it from, but this English teacher, she told me it was pronounced vice versa, and I was like, oh dude, I'm gonna start saying that now, and I can be like, no dude, that's how it's actually pronounced. Not true. It's literally not pronounced that way. Like, she wasn't being facetious either. I think she was being sincere. So for a while, I pronounced it vice versa, and I thought I sounded so smart because my 7th grade English teacher taught me that. But it was just it was a lie. I don't know if they were misinformed or what, but that shit is not pronounced vice versa. It was really dumb. Okay, we got another tough boss fight coming up. Not even the final boss. When I first played this, I thought it was the final boss because it was so damn hard. We also got the jacket up here. And some more cash. Like, even the music sounds like Yuzo Koshiro. Like, this sounds like Shinobi. I don't know, maybe I just got Shinobi on the mind. Alright, this fight's a little bit cockular. Popping the balloons. There goes my jacket. I might get crushed. Do one more jump. Come on. There we go. Damn. Got killed by a book. Three tickets to book, please. Oh my god, I'm just getting creamed out here. Beans! Okay, we got this. We can. One more cycle. Just one more. Oh, one more cycle. Yeah, this is Pixel Daisuke Amaya. This is Cave Story guy. And they are both very much worth playing. One more cycle. pizza, pasta, put it in a box. That ain't even the final boss. That was the mini boss. But thankfully, if I get a game over, we don't have to fight him again. Like, he's dead. We're good. Now the game's like, okay, you made it past that? You made it past that? Alright, bro. Alright, I see you. It is time to suffer.
Here's how I'll torture you, David. Number 1, the marrow furnace.
Should I get a chocolate cake for my birthday, or should I get a chocolate cookie cake? Because I like both, but I can't decide. Help me choose.
Number 5, the eyeball crucible.
Oh! That, I don't know why that scared me so bad. I actually saw my real life flash before my eyes. Well, that sounds about right. Yeah, the marrow furnace, that's just a funny sounding statement. Like, even removed from the context of the video. Like, homeboy just wanted to know what, he wanted confirmation as to what kind of cake he should get for his birthday. and the AI hit him with the freaking marrow furnace.
The mind flayer. Your thoughts will be shredded.
I just keep running into it like a fool. Like a damn fool! Hello? Yes. Due for Monday. Certainly, leave it to us. Goodbye. Bro is off that corporate CEO Zaza.
Puffin' that white smoke. Get faded and play the maestro. I'm ice cold. Bunny slippers, nice robe. Probably velvet.
I like how the game never explains who these guys are or like what their deal is. It's you just fight them, you know? They make corporate work, overtime work, and you just fight them. That's all you need to know. Who are they? Who knows? I love it. I love that. Same thing with Balos in Cave Story. He just kind of shows up out of nowhere. At no point does the game mention him. And then at the end, it's like Balos is connected to Jenka. And all this crazy stuff just out of nowhere. The shit was watered with the blood of 1,000 interns. I'm smoking that Bhutanese Shadow Garden grown Dark Evil pack. That was probably the best application of AI I've ever seen, was the Joe Biden smoking the Bhutanese Shadow Garden grown Dark Evil pack. So iconic.
Number 1, the marrow furnace.
I'll take a sip of my coffee real quick. It's gone ice cold.
Number 3, the fish farm. Fuck you. I'm going to throw 100 evil dark fish at you. They're filled with dark black magic and
and evil sorcery. Number 4, Big Chungus. I'm going to summon Big Chungus from my computer. I'm going to download him and summon him into the real world to torment you. Number 7, the Little Fellas. Number 10, line segments. Wait, what was that one again? Line segments! Alright, I got 2 health to do this shit. The Skin Weaver. A grotesque puppet of pain. Where'd I go? I'm still alive. See ya, Azura. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck with your errands.
Did you finish those errands?
I got 2 health. Dude, this is crazy. I gotta brace myself for this. This song is such a banger. Somehow this shit is even more intense than the Bloodstained Sanctuary and Cave Story. I don't even know how. Health! Oh man, that would have been nice. Look out for the laser beams! Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh! We really one-take Jake that. Holy cow. Kill him. Shoot him dead. Dude, Pixel is so good at designing just hard levels and hard boss battles, but in a way that's rewarding to overcome them. Like, you would think that he's been designing video games since the 80s. He does it so expertly, but it really does feel satisfying to beat, like, the Bloodstained Sanctuary and Cave Story, or Zangyou mode here in Kero Blaster. Because it's hard, like, it's really challenging, but at no point do you feel as if it's not surmountable, you know? We did it. We have time for some donations. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, that was Zangyou mode. It's a really, really fun... Like, I recommend if you play Kero Blaster, do both. Beat the normal mode and then tackle Zangyou mode, because it is harder, but not in a cheap way. The levels are more challenging, for sure, but you still get the item upgrades. You can still buy extra lives and heart jars. You can... It's not bullshit hard. Have to check this out. You absolutely should. It goes on sale very frequently on Steam, so add it to your wish list. I said it earlier, but back in December of last year for Christmas, it went on sale for like $2, and I must have bought 7 copies and sent them to my friends. Just because this is one of those games I think everybody should play. There we go. I kind of want to do Omake mode now, because like I still want to keep playing. Part of me wants to hold off, maybe wait till next month. Make this a little trilogy. But I kind of want to play Omake mode. The evil overtime machine has been bested. He's just honk shoeing. He's taking a nap. This looks like that one Rhythm Tengoku GBA minigame. The one with the fireworks that I suck at, by the way. 2015, already 11 years old. I first played this when I was in high school. It feels like so much longer ago than that, though. Were you satisfied with your playthrough? Yes, thanks! Can I do... Oh, I guess you have to tell him no to do Omake mode. You can't just select it from the main menu. Let me see. No, I guess... Yeah, I guess you have to, select no at the end, and then he unlocks Omake mode. Yeah, we'll save that for another time. I'll probably come back later with something else. But that was Zangyou mode for Kero Blaster. We're definitely going to do Omake mode on stream as well. I just have to fight that guy again and unlock it. But thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you, Mumi. Thank you, Azura. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll probably come back later tonight with something else. If I don't see you then, I'll catch you another time. Thanks for watching.